Warning, the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Think Different TV, live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by me, your girl Lashia. Join me as I discuss social topics, spotlight independent artists, and share financial tips. Join the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. Think Different TV, where minds meet. You're the reason I wake up, the reason I smile.
But the secret is you got to coordinate. Most people don't coordinate. So you got to coordinate.
Which one of these competitors will be victorious on this episode of Think Different TV's Player Pass? Find out by tuning in Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Think Different TV YouTube channel. Say hello to America's new favorite game show, Think Different TV's Play or Pass. Get ready to experience trivia like never before. It's not just about what you know, it's about how you play the game. Join our charismatic host Bubbles every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the most exhilarating trivia battles on television. As we wrap up our incredible first season, we're gearing up for an even more exciting season 2 in 2025. We're looking for sharp minds and strategic thinkers to join us for one-on-one duels, thrilling team battles, and high-energy tournaments for high school and college students. Think you've got what it takes to outsmart the competition? Prove it! Become a contestant by calling 267-225-1824 or emailing lashiastar2@gmail.com.
Go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
Hey, you're watching my mommy on Think Different TV.
Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Think Different TV, where minds meet. I'm your host, Lashia. How have you guys been? Last week we had a really intense topic that we discussed, and so I said I had to show my face, but now I'm back. I'm back hiding my face again. Because I know if I was just doing the show like this and the topic that I was discussing last week, people would have been like on Dave Chappelle, show us your face, show us your face. So I was like, let me, but today I'm relaxing, I'm chillaxing. It was a beautiful day today. Yesterday was an awesome day. Eagles won against the Scrams. You call them Scrams because you got to get them out of here. All right. Final score was 33-26. Yeah. So go Birds all day, every day. We're 3-0 right now. Other people that are leading in the NFL with 3-0, I think the Chargers, the Bills, the 49ers. Who else? I think I saw another team that was up there with us, but they all right, but they ain't us. They ain't us. All right, we the Broad Street Bullies all day. And I know people might be like, oh, Broad Street Bullies is pertaining to baseball. I think
but all of our teams Broad Street Bullies. We just do the daggone thing. So shout out to Jalen Hurts. Shout out to Dallas Goddard. AJ Brown got a touchdown. Shout out to Elliott kicking the ball and everything like that. Kind of mad they tried to go for that 2-point conversion. They could have just had him kick for an extra point, but it's okay. It's all good. They end up not getting it. Who else scored a touchdown? Dallas Goddard, AJ Brown, of course Jalen Hurts ran in for a touchdown. And we had one of our people on our defensive line score a touchdown because they blocked the field goal at the end, and he caught it and they ran it in for a touchdown. So shout out to him too. Saquon. I think Saquon got a touchdown as well. So yeah. You know, it was a really great game. It was an awesome game. Anyway, enough of that. Y'all know how I feel about my birds. Let's check the temperature on the sound. Let's see if Trivo could give us a reading on that. Shout out to Trivo LaFire, you know, doing the daggone thing, being my right hand man throughout this whole entire process. He already put up welcome to another exciting episode of Think Different TV, which it is and it shall be. All right. He said it and it is so. He also hashtag TDTV. And he put up the brain, the TV, the 2 exclamation points. You know. Also he posted the lineup, which I'm gonna get to very soon. Oh, awesome. Thank you, Trivo. We got I Am Young P, my other bro in the building, all the way in Maryland. Shout out to them because they tune in almost every week, man. Well, Trivo, he ain't got no choice because if he don't tune in, I'm gonna fight him. It's all love. Shout out to the people that's on right now. You know, if you can drop a line in the comments, let me know where you're watching from. Also, let me know if there's a topic that you want me to discuss on the show. I'm looking for some fresh new topics, so definitely do that. And also, if you're an artist or you know an artist that would like to be featured as the TDTV music video of the week, you know, drop a line once again. All right, here we go, guys. Now, Think Different TV has an awesome sponsor, Euphoria Water. The cleanest, healthiest water in Philly, alkaline water with minerals, no chemicals, no additives. It is good and good for you. If you're going to hydrate the right way, get your Euphoria Water today. You can find Euphoria Water on IG under Euphoria Water. That's UPHORIAWATER. And if you live in the Philadelphia area and want Euphoria Water delivered to your home, contact Captain at 267-707-8279. Like I say, this is our A1 Day One sponsor. And because of his generosity and him believing in Think Different TV when it was an itty bitty IG show, well, you know, anything I do ain't itty bitty, but I digress. When it was an IG show, he decided to throw his hat in the ring and help it grow. And it has grown so much so that it's not just a TV show, it is a network, it is a brand. And on the network, we have the following shows. We got a lineup, y'all. It's crazy. All right, we got In My Opinion with Think Different TV's Lucia every Sunday, 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on It's Yours Radio, hosted by my bros Donnie O and Beck on Live 97.5 FM in Salisbury, Maryland. And if you don't live in Salisbury and still want to tune into the show, you can find us at www.live975.com. This past Sunday, we chatted about the whole Dame Dash situation on the Breakfast Club. And also we talked about NLE Chopper. So just go ahead and watch that replay on the Think Different TV YouTube channel under the playlist, In My Opinion with Think Different TV's Lashia. it was a good time. And we always in the shenanigans, man. We always in the shenanigans, in my opinion, and we have a good time. All right. So that was, in my opinion, with Think Different TV's Lashia. Then you have Think Different TV, which you're watching right now. I want to thank all of you who have been tuning in to the show since day one. If you popped in and out every now and again and supported us, or if you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you for being a supporter of Think Different TV, which is every Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on the Think Different TV YouTube channel, Facebook, and Instagram. Now, listen, if you're on Instagram, I want to just let you know, if you're commenting and you want to be part of the conversation, come on over to YouTube, because I cannot see the comments on Instagram, and I don't want you to feel like you're being ignored. So if you're on Instagram right now, you're tuning in, I appreciate you. Come on over to YouTube if you want to be seen and heard. I never want to leave my thinkers out of the conversation. I want y'all to be a part of the conversation, very much so. So just come on over. Come on over. We don't bite unless you like that type of stuff, but that's another show that I do. Anyway, Think Different TV, where minds meet, every Monday. We get to it. Every Tuesday night, we have Think Different TV's Player Pass game show. All right. And this Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Shiloh Kai going up against Mike. Who will be victorious? Who knows? Tune in tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to see who will come out on top in this episode of Think Different TV's Player Pass. This is a trivia show, and sometimes it's not about what you know, it's how you play the game. So definitely, if you would like to be a contestant on Think Different TV's Player Pass, we are looking for you. We like competitive and strong-willed and intelligent people. Well, I'm gonna be real with you. You don't have to be a super genius to win this game. You just got to know how to play the game. And I I tell people all the time, man, because they be like, I don't want to be looking stupid, and I don't want to get on there. Do you ask me a question that I don't know? Well, who knows? I mean, there's people out there that probably know everything, but I'm not throwing out that type of trivia. These aren't Jeopardy questions. I mean, at the beginning, I was throwing out some kind of hard ones, but then at the end, when I got more into what I was doing, I started being like, all right, let me be a little relaxed, because the people that try out for Jeopardy, they're like super brains, and they know a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. Like they've been training for Jeopardy all their lives. Uh, but this is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be laid back. It's supposed to be a good time all the time, right here on the Think Different TV YouTube channel. So definitely tune in tomorrow night to see who will win that episode of Think Different TV's Player Pass. And then you got Wednesday nights. We have Kink Different TV, where Dirty Minds meet. Now, Kink Different TV is not on Facebook. It's not on Instagram. It's not on YouTube. It is strictly on Patreon. Patreon.com/TDTV KDTV. Now, we talk about some grown topics. If you're into that type of stuff, come right on over. But if you ain't, stay away. But tell a friend that is into that type of stuff, okay? Tell a friend to tell a friend. All right. And I want to ask you guys, before I wrap this whole thing up, to make sure you like, subscribe, comment, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new episodes, exclusive interviews, or replays of Think Different TV, Think Different TV Player Pass, or in my opinion, with Think Different TV's Lashia, right on the Think Different TV YouTube channel. Also, if you like what you see, share the love by sharing a live. And after you share, hashtag TDTV. Right now, if you're watching, share the live to like 5 of your friends. Just share it. It's real quick, easy. Share it to your friends real quick on Instagram, whatever. And then, because they might tune in, they might not. You never know until you try. And it's free to do. It's not like you bothering them or nothing like that. You're just like, hey, I'm watching the show right now. It's kind of cool. And just send it over. You feel me? Anyway, um, also, if you cannot contribute by watching, you don't have the time to watch for whatever reason, you can contribute monetarily. And scrolling along the bottom there, I got my Cash App and my Venmo. So feel free to donate $1 or $2. I do appreciate it. I really, really do appreciate it. I appreciate y'all just being here and hearing me yak y'all heads off for the hour that I got. But enough of all that. We done went through the network. We done got through everything. We got a crazy topic today. Today's topic is Airbnb trashing trend. We're going to get into all that. And we have a TDTV music video of the week called What You Sippin' On by Starzy Rax. All right. You might notice he looks a little familiar. You probably seen him on Could Have Been Records. Okay. With Drewski. So yeah. This is big, y'all. So I want y'all to definitely stay tuned. We're going to run this video twice. All right. We have a little setup. So after I show you the hot topic, I'm going to give y'all a chance to ponder over the hot topic and play the video the first time. And then we're going to run it again at the end of the hot topic. That sound good? Good. Great. So we're going to keep it moving. Going to keep it moving, keep it grooving. And we're going to jump into this hot topic just like this.
I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot.
How about new? Damn! What you got up on the whole thing?
This is actually crazy, bro. Like,
Damn. What the fuck?
watch out.
So last night I had a guest throw a party at this Airbnb with over 25 college kids involved. Let's walk through it together and see what kind of damage they left. So first thing I see outside here is my brand new AC unit, which they hit with a car as they tried to do a U-turn in the driveway. They dented up the side pretty bad here. So that's awesome. Now let's check out how they left the hot tub. Oh my gosh. For those of you guys wondering, it's not supposed to be this green color. It smells like beer and urine. Also, this jet is supposed to be below the water. Usually the water is up here about 6 inches higher. That's really bad for the system. And on top of that, they destroyed our brand new chlorinator here. So that's great. All right, so they also left the back door completely unlocked, but whatever. There's our spa towels. It smells like vomit in here really bad. They also left some pans here, which not a big deal, but hey, they started the dishwasher. Oh, hey, would you look at that? I found the smell. That's just great. Let's go upstairs and see what other exciting adventures we can find. So I'm gonna assume this was the bed that was thrown up on because it's completely stripped. Other bedrooms look to be all right. Oh, they threw up on our decorative pillow here as well, so that's great. Now, for those of you guys wondering, this guest has been on Airbnb for 3 years now, and when she requested to book the property a few nights ago, she said it was just 3 people spending the night. We have it very clearly stated in our house rules that if the hot tub is misused and there's clear indications of misuse like this, that we charge a $300 fee to drain, refill, sanitize it, all of those things, because it is expensive to do so. I'm also probably going to need to send a refund of some sort to the guests checking in tonight because they're not going to be able to use it. It won't be hot. I'm also probably going to need to run an ozone machine inside to clear out some of the smell. But then on top of that, this AC unit, I don't even know what to do here. This is, I think, 1.5 years old now. If you guys were in my shoes, how would you deal with this situation? I'm just curious. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
It was booked for a family of 5. Instead, 500 teenagers piled into this Airbnb for a drunken house party. But when police arrived to break it all up, things got even more chaotic.
Look at some of these motherfuckers, they're too wasted.
Even officers came under attack as the crowd scattered.
They were all sort of shaking the cars when they turned up and were on the roof.
This was the aftermath today.
The balustrade is missing.
A lounge, wheelbarrow, iron and vacuum all tossed in the pool. Plumbing pulled apart. This door torn to pieces. And everywhere you look, booze, broken glass, plastic cups.
They just got no idea how many people and lives it does affect.
Homeowner Benjamin Holt did everything he could to avoid this, but he had no way of knowing the profile of the person booking out his house was fake and an open invite was out on Snapchat. Ben does have insurance, but fears given the scale of the mess and destruction here, the total payout won't be enough to cover the full damage bill. Today, family of one of the teen attendees returned in search of a purse,
Someone's just taking it.
but barely apologetic to Ben.
The silver lining is no one was hurt. The mess can be fixed.
7 News understands the party host has now been identified and will be interviewed by police in coming days. Michael Hammond, 7 News.
Y'all, Airbnb trashing trend. Let me tell y'all. Before I jump into this music video, I just want to say that being an owner of property that people rent, it's not for the weak. All right. It costs a lot of money for upkeep. And when things get damaged, it's like starting back at square one. I want to just, I hope if y'all know anybody, if you watching right now, and you know anybody that owns properties, not just Airbnbs, like owns like rental properties, everything like that, tell them to hop on. I want to hear, I want to actually, because I have some stories that I found on Reddit of people who have had people trash their Airbnbs, and I want to just know, is there anybody out there that actually owns an Airbnb, owns a rental property that this has happened to? And just leave it in the comments below. If you're watching the replay right now, thank you so much for watching the replay. Hashtag replay. And if you are an owner of an Airbnb or a person who owns a rental property, please, 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 if this has happened to you, leave it in the comments below. Also, what would y'all do if this did happen? If you haven't had it happen, I know we don't want it to happen, but nowadays people are just so destructive. They don't care about anybody else's property. They are just looking to have a good time, and one of the ways that they have a good time is being destructive. And that's what I was getting from a lot of the people who were in these videos. It's just like a bunch of kids that just don't have anything better to do. And I was talking to my mom the other day, and I said, this is what happens when they take extracurricular activities out of the school. This is what happens when they don't have anything to channel their energy into. They become destructive. What does it say? Idle hands are the devil's playground. This is what happens all the time. When people don't have nothing better to do with their time, they start looking into stuff that they're not supposed to be looking into. And the way that these kids are so bold and brash about it, and they're taping it and putting it, their video in it and putting it on social media, and like there's no shame. And it's this thing that's going around now, people saying ashamed of nothing, offended by everything. They want to be offended by so many different things. Oh, you know, everybody turn their nose up at us, we the younger generation, and everybody just want to be all hard on us and this and that third. But then when y'all do stuff like this, and not all of them, it's not all bad kids, but it's like, I consider you also part of the problem when you're there and you don't say anything. Like, let's say you just honestly thought it was just going to be a regular party or whatever, and you said, "Oh, I'm going to go to this party," and all these kids around you is just destroying things, and you just standing there. You're not like, "I'm going to leave." I'm not going to. You're just standing there and allowing it to happen around you. And yeah, if you go and call the police and stuff like that, everybody will call you a narc, but honestly, they don't even have to know you called. They don't have to even know you called. I just think that it's crazy that this is happening and at an alarming rate. It's not like a few incidences. It's like happening a lot. And that causes a lot of problems for people later on down the line when they want to rent an Airbnb. That's why the prices go up and why they're so high and why they have such high cleaning fees and all this different stuff. Because when stuff like this happens, they got to try to recoup their cost. And one way to recoup your costs, even, you know, if you've ever worked in retail and, you know, loss prevention, the one thing that they do to recoup the cost of people stealing items, they raise the prices of the items that's on the shelf. So let's say, you know, we used to get Tylenol for like, I don't know, $4.99, or people coming in and stealing Tylenol over and over again. Now the price is $6.99 because they gotta try to recoup their costs. So everything that's happening with the Airbnbs is it's really crazy how it's happening. But I'm gonna break it down as to how it's happening, the consequences, and all that jazz. But we're gonna do that when we get back after watching our TDTV music video of the week, which is "Sippin' On" by Starzy Rax. It's coming up next, and it's coming at you just like this.
Hey, this is your favorite niece, Leah. You're watching Think Different TV, hosted by Lashia, and this is the music video of the week.
I've been drinking a lot, but I got my shit together, and I got my thoughts right. Let's drop this.
What you sippin' on?
I don't even know, I do not know.
What you sippin' on?
I don't even know, I do not know.
What you sippin' on?
I don't even know, I do not know.
What you sippin' on?
I don't even know, I do not know. I got this drink up in my hand, and you know that might be Patron. I got a fifth of taco vodka, I just bought it from the store. And I don't know why I'm still drinking, I'm already in my zone. And I just thought I seen two of my girlfriends like she had a clone. I'm drinking taco vodka, I got Patron. I just found the bottle that I had just stashed inside your home. I really wanna take a trip to Paris, take a trip to Rome. I got some problems deep inside, you know I drink until I foam. I ain't throwing up. Every day I'm drinking, contemplated on a better move. If you wanna be a winner, better choose just not to lose. Everybody say they rock with me, but I'm like, who is you? Stars and rats give us advice so we can be as cool as you. Let go of distraction, better stack up all them Jacksons, better stack up all them Benjamins, and ain't no time for lacking. I be walking in your hood, I got that chopper in my jacket. And if I got it on my mind, that means that anyone can have it. Bless
What
them.
you sippin' on?
I don't even know, I do not know.
What you sippin' on?
I don't even know, I do not know.
What you sippin' on?
I don't even know, I do not know.
What you sippin' on?
I don't even know, I do not know. Look, I be sippin', I be driving, but I will not crash the whip. Now roll that weed and pass the shit before I have to slap a bit. You know I'm sippin' on that purple Urkel, that's that activist. You see that car start packing it, you see that cash, I'm stacking it. I keep that liquor in sipping on.
GoFundMe is not life insurance. The time for life insurance is now.
I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
What you sipping on? I don't even know. I do not know. What you sipping on? I don't even know. I do not know. What you sipping on? That joint is catchy as hell, yo. I swear, that's a perfect joint to be playing at the bar, man. Bar, club, like that's a good joint right there. I- like it's definitely a hit. It's a hit, and I'm gonna tell you, and what I love is how he switched up the flow on the second verse and like showed us like uh he showed us different dimensions of his ability. And I really appreciate that because some people they just have a certain flow throughout the whole thing, but then like he switched it up. He gave us a little bit of everything. So yeah. Starzy Rex. Definitely look him up on IG. The only thing I'm gonna say is Dag Starzy, can you please shorten your IG and YouTube name? They some long behind handles. Okay, so on IG, he got Starzy _ Rax _ living _ legend. All right. That's on IG. And on YouTube, his handle is Starzy Rax could have been house. All right. So it pops up on the screen. Do me a favor, go ahead, follow him, subscribe to his YouTube. Also, if you need to know how to spell it and everything like that, just pause the video and get that information. And I'm also gonna Trevo, can you put that information in the comment bar when you get a chance? Trevo gonna hook us up real quick. But anyway, we're gonna jump back into this hot topic because it is hot. We're talking about Airbnb trashing trend. Okay, so let's jump into these slides that I prepared for you guys. All right, Airbnb properties are sometimes trashed due to a trend of large unauthorized parties promoted via social media platforms like Snapchat. So they use Snapchat because if you know anything about Snapchat, I'm gonna put you on game, older people, because a lot of older people don't use Snapchat. They find with their Facebook, and some of them are gradually moving over to Instagram, and some even have TikTok. But Snapchat is not really a older people platform. OPP is not an older people platform. And unless you are I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of older people that are on Snapchat, they don't be doing good things on Snapchat. And that's only for me, like watching a lot of these parole hearings and stuff like that. And when they got something on their minds to be PDF, they go on Snapchat because anything they send to these kids or whatever like that, or whatever they send back and forth, it erase or whatever. So I'm just letting y'all know, like Snapchat is not really for older folks unless they into some crazy stuff. And there are people that are older that's on Snapchat too, but like it's really not. I can get into that later. But anyway, the reason why they advertise it on Snapchat is because it disappears. So it don't stay on the timeline for long. It disappears. Now it says which platforms like Snapchat, which attract large numbers of uninvited guests, often. Okay, so wait a minute. Chivo said, I'm a professional Snap owner. LOL, I got 3 levels to mine. But here's the thing, you're a creative, right? But just a regular older person, like they don't be on Snapchat. So which attract large numbers of uninvited guests, often teenagers. These parties lead to significant property damage, causing financial loss for hosts and creating a negative perception of Airbnb among neighbors. That's another thing, because a lot of these Airbnbs, they're not standalone places. They're like in neighborhoods and stuff like that. Neighborhoods, or they might have an Airbnb like inside of a apartment building and stuff like that. So, it's people, uh it's people that's living next door to all this. And that's what I found kind of strange, that all this destruction was happening at this Airbnb, but there was nobody around to be like, I'm gonna call the cops or anything like that. Like, how was it able to just be left like that and nobody get caught? Like, that's crazy to me. And sometimes the neighbors don't even want the Airbnb there because they're like, so that probably could be a reason why they didn't say anything, because they probably got a bad rapport with the Airbnb host. So the Airbnb host has a bad rapport with them. So they was like, I ain't saying nothing, because if this joint get destroyed, then I don't gotta worry about no strangers coming up staying next to me. And that does put a lot of people in danger too, because when you people said can't call the cops when your kids are attending too. That's true. That's true. Um, and that's kind of like a twist that a lot of them don't even be counting on. But also, you want to, when it comes to these Airbnbs, uh, like for example, if I personally, like, let's say I'm living in my apartment, and then, it's a duplex. So somebody living above me, right? I already had problems with the neighbors I had. But let's just say they decide to put above me, like somebody decided to do an Airbnb. That will worry me, because there's going to be people in and out having access to the house, and not everybody is good people. You get what I'm saying? So, or let's say they do damage to the apartment upstairs, they leave the water running, or they do something that's going to come down to my apartment. So I would feel some type of way if they said, "Oh, we're going to put a Airbnb above you," or whatever like that. But that's why a lot of people that own properties, they would rather go the route of renting, like, and have people do apartments and have leases than to do Airbnbs. But because Airbnbs is like, it's a good thing and a bad thing. Good thing is, like, it's quick, easy money. Somebody come stay for 2 days, they pay you like $1,200. Whereas some people and that depends on the property that you have. Whereas if you was to do like renting and doing a lease, is like slow money. It's like you get money every month and everything like that. But Airbnbs, that's a lot of money, because I'm thinking about the Airbnbs that I stay at. I'm staying there for a night or two. Some of them I try to find like the most affordable ones. So even with me spending like $55 a night, that's 110, right? That's 110 for 2 nights. Because they'll say, oh, you gotta do a minimum of 2 nights, right? And then you say, oh, okay, well, that's 110 plus the taxes and the fees and all the other stuff. But if they just getting the base pay, which is the 110 for 2 days, let's add it up. It's 30 days in a month. So let's say that's 15 times. Well, I can't do it like that. Hold up. Let me do $50 a night because my brain not working right now. So let's say it's $50 a night, 30 nights. That's what? $1,500 for a month. All right, $1,500 for a month. But let's say you like, well, I'm gonna charge $100 a night. That's $3,000 a month. And some Airbnbs do be charging that amount because, especially in New York, because if you're near transportation and everything, and it's a nice place, oh, you shoot, they pay more for the Airbnbs than they do for the hotel. So yeah, Trivo said, I ain't finna rat. I gotta live here. You don't. Mike absolutely. Exactly. And he says, your neighbors are Rob Van Dam and Jeff Hardy. They stay making extra noise. Oh my gosh. So yeah, yeah, it'd be crazy. Like right before I started this live, it was a little crazy, but it calmed down. But anyway, it says, in response, Airbnb suspends accounts, works with hosts on support and damage claims through its Air Cover for Host program, and collaborates with police investigations. Now, here's the crazy thing about it. Airbnb can only do so much, right? That's why they have to have Airbnb hosts have to have like extra insurance for the property so that it'll cover any extra damage, because Airbnb is not going to do like everything, because they're like, well, we didn't cause the damage. But also it's up to Airbnb to filter out who is actually doing these joints. So you know how they have those ID me and everything like that for when we doing taxes and all that stuff, IRS, all that crazy stuff. Well, here's the thing, right? You got the ID me, you gotta take a picture of yourself and all this different stuff. Well, they need to start having that for Airbnb too. They need to have people actually verify their identity when they're booking these rooms. Because that's crazy. That is crazy. That is teenagers able to come through and do what they do. So it's a number of ways that this can happen, right? So it says how it happens. Social media platform or trend has emerged where parties are advertised on social media, particularly on Snapchat, which then rapidly grows into large out of control gatherings. They have fake profiles, right? So guests sometimes use fake profiles to book properties for these parties, and overcrowding the initially booked number of guests. Sometimes a small family is vastly exceeded by hundreds of uninvited attendees. So person probably think, oh, I'm renting out to a couple or whatever like that. And then couple be like, all right, yeah, they think they renting out to a couple, but then it turned out not to be a couple. It turned out to be kids, and then they throw a big party. And I will say this, Airbnb is a little lax. Because I've been a person to use Airbnb when I travel. I would get a room via Airbnb, and they are a little lax when it comes to accepting requests. So some hosts, I don't know if it's like blind trust or whatever, but I've never had to verify I am who I am. They just take my money and that's it, right? But if it was a little bit stricter and they're like, we have to do a phone call like, I got your request, but I would like to do a phone call prior to you coming to the property, and just to verify you are who you are, and just to make sure I'm on the safe side, because I don't want it to be a thing where I think it's one person and it's not that person, is somebody totally different. So yeah, Airbnb, there's a lot of things happening with these kids and everything doing this stuff. The property damage, guess caused significant damage, ripping out uh balustrade. What the hell is that? Breaking plumbing and doors, and leaving widespread mess and damage, including vandalism like punching holes in walls. Oh my gosh. Like, did y'all see in the first video when they smashed the glass door to the shower, and then they're like playing baseball with the chandelier, and I mean punching, kicking big behind holes in the walls, like to the point where you can see the beams. Like, who raised these animals? And then the crazy thing is that, like, come on now. This video is viral. Don't nobody know who these kids belong to? Are they orphans? Like, where their parents at? And then on top of that, as soon as I find out what, if I could just get kid, one kid, and say he was there, here's proof he was there, here's him doing the damage. Even if he's there taping it, he's part of it. He's part of it. He's part of the whole thing. We can just get one and then get his parents. Oh my goodness. After that, it's just going to be like that. The Airbnb person is going to come up, because the parents are going to be like, well, my child was the only child there. And then they're going to force their child to tell them who else was there. And if they don't know any of the other kids that was there, it's gonna fall squarely on that parent, those parents, or that parent. And I bet you that child ain't gonna do that no more. Like, they really don't think that they gonna, like, some of these kids don't think they gonna make it past teenage years. I'm like, are y'all dumb? Are y'all stupid? Y'all gonna become adults one day. Hopefully, y'all will have kids. And would you want your children out there doing dumb stuff that you doing? Like, I understand a little harmless fun, like going out. Like, remember when vandalism was as much as like on mischief night, TP in somebody's house with some toilet paper, spraying a little silly string and whatnot, throwing eggs. All right. It used to stop at that. But now y'all going into Airbnbs and trashing them, like causing tens, hundreds of $1,000s worth of damage. Like, what in the world is wrong with y'all? What is wrong with you? And then here's the thing: financial loss. Hosts face large bills to repair the damage, which can be thousands of dollars. Forget that, hundreds of $1,000s, tens of thousands of dollars, depending on what kind of damage was done. Y'all ripping plumbing out? Like, what? And then the neighborhood backlash. These events cause disruptions and friction between Airbnb hosts and their neighbors. And then legal action. Police are often called to break up these parties, and investigations can follow. Airbnb's response to all of this, they do account suspension. But if it's a fake profile, a fake Airbnb profile, then suspending it ain't gonna really do nothing. But it says suspends the accounts of guests involved in unauthorized parties. The company provides support to hosts through its Air Cover for Hosts program, which helps cover damages, collaboration with authorities, They work with police and policy reinforcement. The platform reiterates its ban on disruptive parties. But you can say, oh, we ban disruptive parties, but people gonna find a way around it. They're gonna find a way around doing that. I think it also should be a thing where soon as they start putting up something with the address of the Airbnb location on any type of social media, it should be able to get that, like, what is it called? Capture it and be like, yo, send an alert to the host and be like, yeah, your address is being used on this, that, and the third. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. It's still won't happen because it's just no way around it. If you're an Airbnb host, you gotta just hope for the best. You gotta hope that the person that you are renting to is going to take care of your property. And it's hard because you want to trust people, trust that they'll do the right thing, but nowadays people they don't have any shame. What we talk about the other week, we talk about bring back shame. BBS, bring back shame. Bring it back, because a lot of people are shameless and they will do. I mean, there was a whole show called Shameless. It's like they will do whatever they want to and they will not feel bad about it. If it's something really destructive, they don't care. And that's really sad. I feel for a lot of these people that own these Airbnbs and stuff like that, and rental properties in general, because they putting a lot of money, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it, and then somebody just come in and just ruin everything you work for. And I can understand, like, that will take a toll on people. And some people, they just give up completely. They be like, listen, it's bleeding. Like, I can't stop the hemorrhaging, so I'm just gonna just cut my losses, sell my Airbnb property, and I'ma just go on about my business, because this obviously is not for the weak. It's not for the weak. Here's something from Reddit. Okay, so this is a person as a host. They said, last year I hosted a family of 4 who booked my 2-bedroom unit for a weekend. The initial messages were polite, check-in went smoothly, and I didn't think twice about it. Then Sunday came. Oh, wait a minute, there's another thing. Checkout. So a lot of times when they try to do these parties, they look for the ones that's like contactless check-in, where they just send you a code to the lockbox outside. Because I've had that happen before, where they just sent me the code to the lockbox for the key, and I just put that in and I get the key, and then I could go into the property. That's so that the host doesn't have to meet me there at the property to give me the key. So a lot of these people that's doing this, they will look for something like that type of situation, because they're like, oh, well, I won't. The host will never see me because it's a contactless check-in. All right. So anyway, back to the story. My cleaning crew arrived around noon and called me immediately. One of the bedrooms was trashed. There was food smeared on the walls. Food smeared on the walls, y'all. Overflowing trash, a broken lamp, and what looked like a spilled drink all over the carpet. It wasn't a drink, it was vomit. Apparently, they had a party in violation of the house rules, and someone got sick in multiple places. In multiple places, they tried to clean it using the good towels, which they left stuffed in the closet. Yo. Oh my gosh. Yo. The towels were moldy and reeking. To make things worse, they denied everything when I reached out. They claimed the place was left clean. I had to submit photos and escalate the issue to Airbnb just to get partial coverage for the damage. Here's another thing, too, as far as pictures are concerned. So I would make it so they can't check out until they take pictures of the property. But then somebody will try to find ways around that, and they'll probably just, like they would have to have time-stamped pictures of how they left the property before they can even check out. Before they can even check out. If you know if you know that your checkout time is at 11, like I should be getting these pictures at 10 10:45, 10:50. If I don't get any pictures, I'm charging you off the bat, because you can't say it's an oversight, because I will reiterate it over and over. My thing, take pictures of the unit before you leave and post them or send them to me before you leave. It has to be 15 minutes prior to check out time, because I doubt that you'll be able to do a whole bunch of damage in 15 minutes unless you're just like really, really freaking weird. But I would like take pictures of the unit 15 minutes and send them 15 minutes prior to you checking out. If failure to do so will result in a $200 charge. And light some fire up under these people's butts. Cause I don't mind taking no pictures. I'll take pictures all day long of how I left it. Let you know there ain't nothing wrong with it. And I will send them pictures in. Oh, it's crazy because they'll probably would take pictures when they first get there. See, like I said, no, if it's time stamped, then they can't send pictures from when they got there. Yeah. So anyway, it says I took the unit offline for 3 days and had delegate co-coordinate cleaners to deep clean the entire space, get it deodorized, and all sorts of stuff. I lost a couple of bookings, and even after the cleanup, the next guest mentioned a strange smell. Most guests are respectful and easy to work with, but every now and then, one can really throw everything off. Yup. I mean, especially if it's vomit, like, it's gonna stink, y'all. It's gonna stink. It's not gonna smell good. It's gonna be really, really bad. Hold on. I got a lot of comments since I started talking again. So, Care Bear in the building. She said, my husband and I lived in Airbnbs for nearly a year. They all had big 3-ring binders full of rules, all said no parties. We never met the owner. If we broke it, we fixed it, period. Simple as that, right? And then Shiva said, hey, Kara, and that's facts. Y'all did have to fix all your own stuff and respected those people rules. She said spoiled kids trash them. Then IMP said up north we did eggs, and said eggs are eggs are easy to clean. Just don't egg nobody car, because it'll eat away at the paint. She will say, I told you years ago, it's in the McDonald's food. Whatever mind control, it's in the food. South Park, Boondocks, Futurama, how many times do they got to show us? Yeah, I mean, that's true. It says, shame, we know your name. Absolutely. Bring back shame, y'all. Bring back shame. Hashtag bring back shame. I am piece. I told y'all years ago it's cool to call people losers. Yeah, because they gotta you know what it is. It started with the whole participation trophies, and that's when everything went downhill. You know, people get praised for being mediocre. They get praised for being mediocre, and then when they do something wrong, they think they're supposed to be coddled and everything like that, and they're not supposed to be told about themselves. But we need to also bring back them old grandmoms. Now grandmoms is like in the clubs too. They smoking weed too. They doing all these things too. But we need to bring back that old grandma, that one that don't got no filter, that's gonna tell you your baby ugly. Like we we need we need those again, because I got a grandma. She 80 years old, and I wish I would do something stupid because she'll never let me live it down. She gonna bring it up every chance she get. I love her dearly, but that's what she do, because she don't mind shaming you. She wants you to know what you did was wrong, and it'll hopefully keep you from ever doing it again. All right. um, she was said, down south we extreme. We don't toss eggs. These people's got a lot of pow in the house. Oh, okay. Thank you. I understand, bro. Um, and then IMP said people just need cameras in front of their houses to see everything. That's another thing. I wonder why they ain't had no ring camera, why they ain't had no camera. But then also it's like, um, when does it cross the line of privacy? You get what I'm saying? Like, the Airbnb person be like, well, the host could be like, listen, I need to have cameras in my home to make sure that you're not doing nothing crazy and everything like that. But the guests will argue that that's a violation of their privacy. When we cut, like, I came here to have vacation, not to be surveilled from the time I check in to the time I leave. So it is little. It is a thin line right there. You don't want to overstep that line. You want to have him, like, they did a lot of destruction everywhere. So I mean, in the bathrooms, and so that's saying, oh, to put cameras in the bathroom to know if they're doing something crazy in the bathroom. But no, you can't have a camera in the bathroom because you know that's a violation of their privacy. They going in there to take a smash. They don't need, or they go to take a shower. They don't need you making home movies that you're gonna have your lotion out to. You get what I'm saying? And then also, you know, in the bedrooms, you can't have no cameras in the bedrooms. Um, Maybe in the main areas, but also you don't want to have it somewhere obvious that they can see it and they can, oh, and here's another thing. They might cover up the camera. They might cover it up. But why would you cover up the camera other than to do something you're not supposed to be doing? You feel me? So yeah. Um Trio said house parties here used to get epic. Legends were made. I'm sure. I'm so sure. Um Kara said I always worried about cameras inside. Yeah, because you don't wanna, you know. Hashtag bring back shame. Thank you, Trivo. Thank you so much. Um He said, facts. We need a legal age limit for the grandma license. You got to be 55 or up to be a legal granny. Bring back structure, bring back shame. Absolutely. Um, IMP said, a camera in front of a house legal so they can argue all they want. Okay. Yeah, definitely. I'm saying in the main, like in the main areas. And then IMP said, now having the camera in the house is different, but outside your house you can. And then Care Bear said they're allowed cameras inside as long as they tell you. We had one, I believe, had cameras. Guarantee they got an eye. You nasty. You nasty little vixen. Um, and that's why we have Kink Different TV, where dirty minds meet, every Wednesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on patreon.com/TDTV KDTV. You know, just in case you want to get a little kinky. All right. So anyway, that was one story, and then this is the second story. Our house in the middle of the street. Our house was completely vandalized and destroyed by a guest with a perfect review history who seemed fine, friendly when she checked in. She had over 25-star reviews. She answered all of our pre-booking questions normally. She was traveling from Pittsburgh to meet with other real estate business partners and was coming with her real estate partners was coming with her small white dog and parking her white Lexus. She booked for 6 nights. All right. This was booked about 4 days prior. On the day of check-in, she asked to check in early, but we told her cleaning wouldn't be done yet, to which she replied no rush at all and to take our time. When she checked in, she sent a very friendly message saying how much she loved the place and thanking me for everything. Then the tables turned. He said we started noticing strange behavior on our outdoor cameras later that night. She started bringing in a ton of personal belongings and seemed agitated and was slamming her things down on the porch. She sent an overly excited message to me asking if I wanted to join her on a yacht with her with her friend Shirley. The closest body of water to the Airbnb is very far away, and I politely said I wasn't available and asked what lake she was headed to. She never replied, and it didn't look like she even read the message. She left in her car at around 9 p.m. and got back around 5:30 a.m. All seemed normal until later that second night when she oddly rearranged our patio furniture and strategically placed our watering can directly in the middle of our back porch. She continued to bring a ton of her stuff in and out of the house and then left around 9 p.m. that night and didn't come back. She was supposed to be there for 3 more nights. We could see she left our bathroom items, towel basket, and trash on the front porch all night, and we could see the windows were cranked wide open. We decided to drive by the house to make sure everything looked okay. When we drove by, we saw sheets. We saw sheets covering windows that didn't have blinds. The screen door of our top balcony wide open and garbage everywhere. We pulled in and messaged her asking if she was home and said we had concerns. We then went to the door and looked in the window and saw the start of the destruction. Art torn off the walls, substances all over the floors and walls, her stuff and garbage absolutely everywhere. We tried calling her and she didn't answer. We called Airbnb support immediately, and after a frustrating conversation, they canceled her reservation and told us we needed to let her check out, but said they would support us calling local authorities. We called the police and had them escort us into the home because we were terrified of what else we would encounter. Our entire home was vandalized in the most unsettling ways. Garbage literally everywhere. Substances, blue, brown, and white liquids smeared all over the walls, floors, ceilings, and furniture. Food, cereal, Pop Tarts, chips, Cheetos, coffee grinds, pills, white powder, and wet dog food thrown on literally all floors, rugs, and furniture. Both toilets filled with feces, toilet paper, garbage, plants, beer cans. bathtub filled with water, and then 3 pillows, plants, linens, garbage, and remote thrown in. Y'all, I would yo, how she was only there for 2 days. Oh my gosh. Like, did she come in and immediately just start trashing this place? Yo, and then she said she was meeting some real estate people, like her business partners. What? And I can only imagine with their dog. Their dog was like, "Roar." That dog was like, "Where you I put this from? What the fuck is going on?" That dog was too through. Oh my gosh. Probably was mad at her because she was throwing the wet dog food everywhere. Like, that's not my bowl. That is not my bowl. What are you doing, chick? Oh my gosh. Anyway, feces in the shower. The Samsung frame TV pulled half off the wall and cables ripped out and cut. Y'all, she was only there for 2 days. This chick was busy. Okay? She was busy. She was by herself for 2 days. And the thing is, she wasn't even near for like a whole 2 days. Cause remember, she left at 9, came back at 5:30 in the morning. Like, she came back to that house like it was her job to destroy this house. Like, okay, let me put in my hours today. All right, what will I destroy today? Like, what? Mm, 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 mm. Mm-mm. It's crazy because when people don't have nothing of value and they don't have anything, they tend to be a little bit more destructive than others because they don't know what work goes into maintaining and keeping things up. And this lady, they like at the beginning of the thing, they said that the lady had, I didn't read that part because I couldn't see it honestly because the little is something blocking, but it was saying that she was dealing with she had all these great reviews, but she had a mental health breakdown and destroyed their property. I would be like, mental health breakdown. I'm about to break my foot up in this lady behind because ain't that much of a mental breakdown that you can have that you destroying my stuff. I'm about to break you in half. Oh my goodness. Anyway, what else? Where I live at? Multiple items stolen, including all remotes for TVs, fireplace, garbage, fans. She stole the remotes. Now that's gotta be the most nefarious thing on this whole list. How you steal all the remotes? You just the most diabolical person I have ever met in my life. Like, that's something that an ex would do. An ex would leave your house and be like, well, let her try to watch her shows now. Take all the remotes. That's it's diabolical, man. All linens, towels, pillows stained or ruined. All of them. Light bulbs gone. Outdoor string lights torn down, ruined. Chopsticks stuck in the electrical outlets and fuses blown. What? She was only there for 2 days, y'all. She was only there for 2 days. This ain't funny, but it's like to think how destructive somebody could be in 2 days. And she was there by herself. Knives scattered throughout the house and hidden in random areas. Mm-mm-mm. Most of our Hunter Douglas custom blinds are broken. Mm-mm-mm. Board games and books ruined and thrown everywhere. She left a ton of her personal items everywhere. Most of these items are we suspect may have been taken from other Airbnbs. A ring camera, board games, house decor, artwork. Police are actively searching for her to lay charges. They had other calls that day about her. Last we heard from the police, they found her car on the side of the road near the border somewhere hours and hours away from our Airbnb. Our regular home insurer is sending a remediation company to come and inspect the damage and provide a quote. We don't know what our coverage will be yet, through Airbnb or through our insurer. I can't explain how violating and unsettling it is to see our home destroyed in this way. The emotional toll is awful and sleep has been difficult. I couldn't face seeing the worst part of the house and haven't looked at that part. My fiance co-host and the police did. So this I think there's a woman that posted this because yeah, it doesn't appear Airbnb shut down this guest profile, so she may well be continuing this elsewhere. Since she hasn't left a review for us, my review isn't visible to other hosts yet. Oh, snap. That's right, because you can't, the host can't post a review about you until you check out or you leave a review. That's crazy. Um, if you are a host, do not rent to a Jessie from Pittsburgh with a small white dog. Y'all, I see the comments going crazy. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. All right. Like she was about to sell their house. Oh my gosh. Care Bear said, ooh, nasty. She's just a nasty. I'm Young P said, shaking my head. Boo-booed up bathroom, sick. Yeah, exactly. Belt to behind, baby. Belt to behind. Demolition crew. Mm-hmm. She obviously busy if she's gonna doo-doo bomb the shower. Yeah, exactly. She swoosh. Bob the Builder meets Sarah effed it up Taylor. Yeah. Care Bear said I'm calling BS on the breakdown. I don't know. I don't know, man. Sheesh. She was only there for 2 days. She did all that. She stuck chopsticks in the sockets, blown fuses. Hey, you know I see everything she has said. Oh my gosh. Oh, what? Carrier, what? You stayed at a house and it had red smeared on the walls? Oh my goodness. That's crazy. See, I would have left expeditiously. But yeah, y'all, like, bring back shame. It's a lot of people out here doing this stuff. This making me scared to even like I don't have the money to invest in the properties right now. But if I ever was to invest in a property, I would definitely invest in a commercial property. And but even that, so just like there's Airbnb, there's something called Pairspace. So Pairspace is an app where you can go in there and you could rent a space for an event. It's very easy to navigate. Awesome. I'm talking about it like they're freaking like they're a sponsor of mine. They're absolutely not. But it's like Airbnb, but just for events and not for you to actually stay. And it's you know, I would rather do something like that than do Airbnb. These people crazy. Nothing about this said that these people were sane, in their right mind, to be that destructive and do that to someone's livelihood. Because people like, it's just a house, it's just, you know, but no, it's somebody's livelihood. Like, that's how they make their money. And I'm not reading that. Yo, Care Bear, why? Like, you just made me scared just like looking at that comment. Like, I'm not gonna read that, John. I'm not gonna read it. I'm not gonna read it. Cause that sound like The Conjuring. But yeah, y'all, yeah, it was crazy because you know, Airbnbs, like these people, they make their livelihood, make their bread off of the Airbnbs. They invest a lot of money and time into making these Airbnbs comfortable for their guests that's going to be staying there. And then for somebody to violate and go in there and just decide, hey, I'm going to just trash this Airbnb with no rhyme, no reason, just do it, you know. It's absolutely appalling. So anyway, guys, that pretty much wraps up my hot topic for tonight. How did you feel about what we discussed? Are you an Airbnb owner? If so, do you have any horror stories? Please leave it in the comments, especially if you're watching the replay right now. Leave it in the comments below. Let me know how that went. If you haven't had a situation like that happen, good for you. But what would you do in that situation if it were to happen to you? Leave that in the comments below. Also, if you own rental properties, not Airbnbs, but like if you own a spot like apartments and stuff like that, you know, has this ever happened to you? Somebody leave your place trash? Leave in the comments below. Are you somebody that owns both Airbnb properties and rental properties? You're just a baller, right? You know, which one is easier to maintain and which one have you had the most issues with? Leave it in the comments below. I think I've covered everything. Make sure y'all hashtag replay in the comments if you're watching the replay. I think I said that, but I just wanted to reiterate it. We're gonna jump into our TDTV music video of the week once again, called "What You Sippin' On" by Starzy Rax. It's coming up next, and after that we had the "What the Helly," and then we're getting the helly out of here. So without further ado, let's jump into this TDTV music video of the week, just like this.
I'm coming in hot.
Hey, this is your favorite niece, Aaliyah. You're watching Think Different TV, hosted by Lashia, and this is the music video of the week.
Starzy Rax. Yeah, I've been drinking a lot, but I got my shit together, and I got my thoughts right. Let's drop this.
What you sippin' on?
I don't even know, I do not know.
What you sippin' on?
I don't even know, I do not know.
What you sippin' on?
I don't even know, I do not know.
What you sippin' on?
I don't even know, I do not know. I got this drink up in my hand, and you know that might be living in your hood, I got that chopper in my jacket. And if I got it on my mind, that means that anyone can have it. Bless 'em.
Sipping on.
I don't even know, I do not know.
What you sipping on?
I don't even know, I do not know.
What you sipping on?
I don't even know, I do not know.
What you sipping on?
I don't even know, I do not know. Look, I be sipping, I be driving, but I will not crash the whip. Now roll that weed and pass the shit before I have to slap a bitch. You know I'm sipping on that purple Urkel, that's that activist. You see that gon' start packing it, you see that cash, I'm stacking it. I keep that liquor in my system, so you know I'm bashing shit. Look here, I'm not too passionate, that ass is fat, I'm smacking it. She said that dick is really big, Lastarzy, so I'm grabbing it. No, I'm not talking about the rapper, but that pussy's fabulous. Like, hold up, let's roll up. She's looking at me, I'm swole up. Starzy all up in the walls until they toe up. She been looking at me, Starzy, you be tore up. You be knowing that I'm fresh from the float up. You be claiming that you know us, you don't know us. You be acting like a kid, you need to grow up. Silly sipping on the yak about a tour bus. Get drunk.
What you sipping on?
I don't even know, I do not know.
What you sipping on?
I don't even know, I do not know.
What you sipping on?
I don't even know, I do not know.
What you sipping on?
I don't even know, I do not know. What you sipping on?
GoFundMe is not life insurance. The time for life insurance is now.
I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. I go drink water and mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
All right, y'all, was the TDTV music video of the week. What you sipping on? I don't even know. I do not know. By Starzy Racks. You can find him on IG under Starzy_Racks_living_legend. And you can find him on YouTube under Starzy Racks Could Have Been House. All right. And make sure y'all go ahead and follow him and subscribe to his YouTube channel. Now, we're going to jump back into the show. But before we even jump back into the show, I have to run through everything that we're going to do our What the Hell of the Week. All right. So here we go. Euphoria Water is our sponsor. Cleanest, healthiest water in Philly. Alkaline water with minerals, no chemicals, no additives. It is good and good for you. If you're going to hydrate the right way. Get your Euphoria Water today. You can find Euphoria Water on IG under Euphoria Water. That's UPHORIAWATR. And if you live in the Philadelphia area and want Euphoria Water delivered to your home, contact Captain at 267-707-8279. Think Different TV. This is our sponsor. It is not only our A1 sponsor, it's our day one sponsor. And without them, we could not grow into what we are today. We went from an IG show to a brand and a network. And on a network, we have the following lineup. We have, in my opinion, with Think Different TV's Lashia every Sunday at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on It's Yours Radio, hosted by my bros Donnie O and Beck on Live 97.5 FM. You can also listen in on www.live975.com. On Mondays, we have Think Different TV every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on the Think Different TV YouTube channel, Instagram, and Facebook. And in my opinion, the replay can always be found on Think Different TV's YouTube channel. On Tuesdays, we have Think Different TV's Play or Pass game show, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tomorrow, we have Shiloh Kai going up against Mike, who will be victorious. Tune in to find out. And Think Different TV is every other Wednesday at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's always going to be on a Wednesday because Wednesday is hump day. And it's not on Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. It is only on Patreon, patreon.com/TDTV/KDTV. It's where Dirty Minds meet. The hosts are Carmen Sutra and RC, and they get into some really grown topics. So if that's where you want to be, you can find it on Patreon, okay? All right. So, guys, we're going to jump into this What the Hell of the Week, and then we're going to roll up out of here. I think we need a laugh after all those shenanigans with the people destroying the Airbnb. That was our hot topic tonight, Airbnb trashing trend. So here's our What the Hell of the Week. All right, we have a woman taking a picture with a cop, and she said, "Mama, how I look?" And the mom responded like a damn snitch. Mama ain't right for that. She is not right for that, okay? She is not right for that. But listen, she got a black mama, I understand. Black mamas don't be playing. If she got an older black mama, yeah, definitely. That's what you're looking like, baby. That's what you're looking like. She will fire her say classic. Yeah, so and then Cara Bear is laughing as well. Yeah, man, she set herself up for that one, especially if she know her mom don't like no cops. She gonna call it like she see it, and that's what she saw. So, guys, that was our What the Hell of the Week to close out this awesome episode of Think Different TV, where minds meet. Once again, I am your host, Lashia. We're going to always do the daggone thing here on Monday nights. This was episode 37 of season 4. We are climbing, guys. We are almost at the end of the year. Isn't that crazy? All right. That's crazy. We are almost at the end of this year. Shout out to all of you who have tuned in to the live and left a comment. Shout out to Cara Bear. Shout out to I Am Young P. Shout out to Tribula Fire. And shout out to all of you who are tuning into the replay, because a view is a view is a view. And I couldn't do this without you guys. Think Different TV could not be made possible without viewers like you. And make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new episodes, exclusive interviews, or replays of Think Different TV, Think Different TV's Player Pass, or in my opinion with Think Different TV's Lashia. And remember, if you want to tune into Think Different TV, it is exclusively on patreon.com/TDTV KDTV. I hope you guys got some value out of what I've shown you tonight. If you didn't, I don't know what to tell you. I tried my best. But as always, y'all have a great week, and I'll see you all next week. All right. Bye.
But the secret is you got to coordinate. Most people don't coordinate. So you got to coordinate.
Uh-oh, which one of these competitors will be victorious on this episode of Think Different TV's Player Pass? Find out by tuning in Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Think Different TV YouTube channel. Say hello to America's new favorite game show, Think Different TV's Play or Pass. Get ready to experience trivia like never before. It's not just about what you know, it's about how you play the game. Join our charismatic host Bubbles every Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the most exhilarating trivia battles on television. As we wrap up our incredible first season, we're gearing up for an even more exciting season 2 in 2025. We're looking for sharp minds and strategic thinkers to join us for one-on-one duels, thrilling team battles, and high-energy tournaments for high school and college students. Think you've got what it takes to outsmart the competition? Prove it! Become a contestant by calling 267-225-1824 or emailing lashiastar2@gmail.com. Think Different TV, live every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hosted by me, your girl Lashia. Join me as I discuss social topics, spotlight independent artists, and share financial tips. Join the conversation. I want to hear what you have to say. Think Different TV, where minds meet.
You're the reason I